Hi there, we're going to start the webinar in just a moment. I've had an email through from a couple of people to say that they're having difficulty joining us. So I'm just going to leave it another 2 minutes and then the webinar will start. Hi there, we're going to start the webinar in just a moment. I've had an email. Okay then, hi and welcome to this webinar about how to get the most out of your successful supervisors trial even. I'm going to say straight away that I'm going to keep this webinar short and sweet, 10 minutes, because I know you have a lot of pressure on your time, and I've got a phone with a stopwatch in front of me to make sure that I do stay to that promise. So 10 minutes only. And at the end of the webinar, to say thank you for joining us, I'm going to give you a gift at the end, a one-time offer, and I'll explain more about that later. That's to say thank you for anyone who watches the entire thing. Oops, hold on a minute. You can see at the bottom there that my email address is simon@beaconschoolsupport.co.uk. So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to email me. That's my real email address. I'm a real person, and I will do my best to answer any questions about the system that you have. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump in and we'll take you through how to get the most out of your trial. So I am already logged in here. Let me just make this a bit larger. So this is the dashboard. I've already logged into the system. You should have an email explaining how to access your details. And here's my trial. You can see this one's got 4 days left on it. And when you click here, you're straight into the main dashboard. This is where you access all the videos and the resources and the bonuses as the person managing the system. Now, if you're a lunchtime supervisor, we don't intend for you to come in through the web, through a web browser like this. You'll be using the app, and what you'll see will be a stripped back version of this. So you open your iPad or your Android tablet, you click on the icon, and all you will see in the app is the videos. We've stripped back the interface to make it as simple as possible. But before we look at the videos, what I want to do is actually start with one of the bonuses, because it's easy to overlook these when you're on a trial. So I'm going to click on the bonuses. And here's the bonus section. The top bonus, this is a complete CPD framework. So if you're responsible for managing your lunchtime supervisors, performance management, professional development, we have a complete CPD framework that goes with Successful Supervisors, but unfortunately that's not available on the trial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the Outstanding Lunchtimes checklist. Now, this is a checklist that Emma and I compiled. We do a lot of work working with schools, and we run a process called a behavior audit, where we go in and look at systems and practices throughout a school in quite some detail. And one of the areas we focus on is lunchtime, because a lot of behavior incidents are sparked by issues over lunch. And we noticed that the best schools, the schools that had the best behavior at lunchtime, all had certain systems in common or variations of those systems. So what we did was we wrote those systems down and we put them inside this lunchtimes checklist. Because when you put together really effective training with really effective proven systems, that's when you really move the needle with behavior. So I'm just going to open this. This is available to you in the trial, and there's the front cover and there's the introduction. The way it works is very, very simple. Here's the checklist. It's got a number of key points on it. You print out a copy of this page. You go out onto your playground at lunchtime, you look in your dining room, and you're going to tick off to see whether these systems, well, not only are they in place, but are they being used by supervisors? So we'll have a quick look at the top one here. Lunchtime supervisors issue rewards and focuses their attention on giving regular positive praise. So you go out and you ask yourself, can I see lunchtime supervisors doing that? Are they giving praise? Are they giving rewards to the children to improve interaction? You'll then end up with a tick list, and some of those things will be ticked, some of those items will be, and some of them will not. The ones that aren't, that's where you need to look at introducing new systems. And what we've done to help you is the rest of the booklet goes through each of the items in some detail. It explains why that system's important, but it also gives you practical suggestions based on the practice that we've seen in other schools who have already gone through this process. So you can leapfrog, you can get a head start. You don't have to start from zero. You can learn from the experience of other schools. So that's the outstanding lunchtimes checklist. It's a really useful bonus. I'm going to go back to the videos now. You can see here we've got level 1 and level 2. If you were looking for, and I need to say this quite clearly, if you were looking for a 1-hour video to put in front of your lunchtime supervisors that they do at the start of September, and that's it, and they do that 1-hour training, and then that's it, they're trained, they're done, and they go out and they practice it. This is not it. This is not for you. This program is not about one and done training. That, in our experience, that doesn't work. This is drip, drip, drip training across the year. So each of these videos is only about 10 minutes long, and that's intentional. And in each video, we take your supervisor through a simple, practical behavior management strategy, something to boost positive behavior, that they can go out straight away and start practicing. And the idea is they do that, they watch the video, they go and practice that strategy for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they come back and see another video. We view behavior management as a skill. It's not something you go and learn everything you need to know about in an hour and then you're done. This is about giving you a practical strategy, go and practice it, have another video, go and practice that, drip, drip, drip across the year. So everything's been done for you. And by the way, this curriculum, we built this curriculum in consultation with schools. So this isn't what Emma and I just sat in a room and decided, well, this is what lunchtime supervisors need to learn. We went to primary schools and we took a group of about 20 schools through a pilot, and we said, tell us the difficulties and the challenges that your lunchtime supervisors have. Tell us what you think that they need to learn to improve their practice. And then we built this curriculum and we used our experience. Between us, we've easily got over 25 years of experience working with mainstream schools to improve behavior, working with teachers, coaching, training. We've taught permanently excluded children. So then we took our concrete knowledge of how to solve those problems and plugged them into the gaps identified by schools. So here's a video. No, let's not do that one, actually. Let's go into this one. All the videos are very similar. I'll say, by the way, when I press play on this, it may look a bit jerky when you're watching this. It's only because we're streaming 2 things at the same time. So when you actually play the videos, they'll look like a normal video. They'll look smooth. All of the videos have exactly the same format. That's intentional. There's a quick introduction where we talk about the strategy or knowledge that was introduced in last week's episode. Well, last week, not last week's episode, the previous video. Last week's episode makes it sound a bit more exciting than it actually is. So we talk about what happened in the last video, and we recap that strategy. So you can see here, I'm going over the 4 key points for how to resolve a playground argument. And we go through that again, just briefly, but maybe giving another example, all part of that drip, drip, drip process. After that's done, we go to a PowerPoint section where we're going to introduce a new topic, a new idea that builds on the last one. So in this video, we're looking at what's the point of giving praise? Is it to make kids feel good? Well, as educators, we can do better than that. As educators, the point of giving praise is to get good behavior to spread like wildfire. And the PowerPoint slides will lead your supervisors step by step by step about how to give positive praise. Okay, so you have an introduction that recaps the last material. Then we go into some new content that builds or adapts what we've learned last time. And then at the end of this, let me just find the right place. At the end, we recap again. We give a reminder. We say, here are a couple more examples of how to give praise. Now go out on your playground, in your dining rooms, and start using this knowledge. Go and practice it immediately. Then at the end of that, and it's the same on the app as well, there's a simple 3-question quiz. The idea of the quiz isn't to assess what they've learned or what their knowledge is. The idea of the quiz is to focus their minds while we're going through the content, because if you know you're going to be asked questions about content, then you'll be more focused as you're going through it. Which piece of praise is best? Amy, I like the way you waited at the door. Thank you. What's the point of giving praise? To get good behavior to spread. When giving praise, what's the first thing you say? The student's name. And there we go, 3 out of 3. Your supervisors have to get 2 out of 3 to progress. Here, there's an example of a success tracker. That's something you would use when you're having the entire system up and running. And then finally, underneath each unit, underneath each module, you can see positive behavior management here. We've picked out 2 essential strategies or pieces of knowledge and giving them their own poster. So here's the how to give praise poster. I'll just zoom out a little bit. The idea of this is you print it out and you laminate it, and then you display it in the area that the lunchtime supervisors come together, where they congregate before or after their shift. And there's a visual reminder on the wall here about how to give praise again. This backs up the content in the videos. Drip, 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 not just in the videos, but with visual reminders as well. Everything's been done for you. All the posters are there. The outstanding checklist is there. And there we go. So that's all the videos. I'm about to run out of time. I promised 10 minutes, and that's all I'm going to do. So thank you for watching. And I did say at the start, there'll be a special offer, a special gift for anyone who stayed with me until the very end. If you have, thank you very much. If you're interested in purchasing Successful Supervisors for your school, use this code on screen now, webinar 052, webinar 052. That's a 0, not an O in the middle. And when you go to our order page, if you insert that code on our order page, at the bottom, you'll see a discount code box, a referral code box. Type in webinar 052, and we will put £50 towards the price of your subscription, reducing the cost to you, so you can save £50. Go to our order page, use webinar 052, use that referral code, that discount code, and you can save £50. And that's good until the 7th of June only. So I know a lot of you have got half term next week, so you can't do anything then. But if you need to speak to senior managers, if you're interested in getting this in your school, you've got until the first Friday back after half term. That's the 7th of June, 2019. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that really useful about how to get the most out of your trial. My name's Simon. And again, if you've got any questions, just email them to me on simon@beaconschoolsupport.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a brilliant day and a brilliant half term if you're about to break up later this afternoon. Thank you very much.